episode was hilarious.
Oh man, dude.
Grandma and Pop are such good sports. We
They
talked
really
to them
are.
about it, and they.
Oh wait, you talked to them about it? Like,
Yeah,
you
but I still don't
actually-
think they understand that.
Well, no, because he literally just about agrees with everything.
Yeah, well, it makes it kind of easy to have conversations, I guess.
Oh well, yeah, some jackass
this-
called me, and
That's Nick Papa Georgia.
some guy named Nick from Yuma, Arizona. I don't know who he is.
He's hilarious, dude.
He is. He really is.
Yeah,
man.
but he was telling Trisha about it. She's like, some guy called, Nick Papa Georgia, and she was like, and I wondered who this friend Nick was. And the best part about it is like the nickname wasn't Bugsy.
It was Muggsy.
We're stupid.
Yeah, Mom told me about that. I was like,
Muggsy, oopsies. But
oops, but it makes it that much funnier.
I know. And Trisha had, our cousin Trish had some really funny ideas of what to do on, follow-up wise, and I think we have more fun to be had. So if anybody has any ideas out there, please send them to us because we got some fun stuff. Let's tell them, let's see what they think. What if, because Pop and Grandma, Pop sits all day and watches Westerns and he loves them. So I want to call as the cable company and explain that he's watched too many Westerns, like he's reached his limit. So he has to pay a surcharge for every Western from now on. And I want to see how much he will actually pay for the Westerns.
I think he's ready to come out of pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We may lose our inheritance.
Honey.
There's a problem with the house. I took out a loan.
$1,300. I need my Westerns.
Yeah.
He needs his Westerns, man.
I know.
Dude, that's all he watches all day. All day.
I wonder how many times he's watched the Sundance Kid. Isn't that one of the ones that he would always talk about?
It's like, it's just rerun after rerun after rerun. It's just, there's nothing new to him anymore.
No, he's hilarious. And I meant to bring some pictures in here, but we had like an impromptu show because we just wanted to come in and have fun and chat about some stuff.
Of course, dude. Of course.
So,
Drink break.
I don't know. I think it's important to talk about taking care of, aging family members and remembering that they need love too.
And Grandma and Pop love a good time. So
yeah,
if they would have been here, dude, and we were prank calling someone else, they would have been laughing.
Losing it.
Dude,
losing
you know how
it.
Grandma is, man.
Yeah. Remember Pop used to he would play jokes out in the town all the time, and just be goofy.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
taught us kind of how to be goofy too.
Yep.
And Dad, of course,
Of course,
super
dude.
goof. But yeah, it's really funny to think back now on all these influences and think about.
Well, it's funny, dude, because we used to. At least me, when we would go out to eat and stuff like that, and he was saying these raunchy jokes to the waitresses.
I know.
I was embarrassed, but
Every
now
time
I look at myself now, and I'm like, I do the same exact thing.
Yeah, I do too. Because we're all human, and we just deep down just want to have fun.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go out, we love to go out and make people's day just by stopping them and giving them time and acknowledging something beautiful about them.
People I do believe people have a rhythm to them, man. If you see somebody's having a bad day, don't hesitate to take a second out of your busy day to say, hey, how are you doing?
And give
tell
them
have a good day.
Yeah, give them some of your good energy, and that's not always easy to do,
right?
Because you want to keep your energy, and you want to say, I want to keep my happy day.
But that's why we do what we do.
I don't care what kind of day they're having.
Yep.
I'm gonna reach out as a human, and I'm gonna make them. Dude, the pollen down here is killing me.
I can
killing
hear it,
me. Yeah. But reaching out as a human and saying, "Hey, hi, hold on a sec, stop your day, let's interact and be social." And I just I've found that just finding something about them, maybe a tattoo or a necklace, maybe a piece of jewelry.
Yeah, everybody looks for that catalyst to spark the conversation.
And the way I started is I like to say, it looks like that bracelet means something to you, or that tattoo means something to you, or hey, did you pick out that shirt for a reason today? And usually it gives me their attention, and then they're willing to talk and say, hey, there's this person here that I don't know, but they're willing to give me some time out of their day, and it's a really beautiful way to get your day going.
Right, and dude, honestly, the reason I do it is because I think about when people do it for me, when somebody goes out of their way to make my day better, it's like, I could be doing that for somebody else. Yeah. So that's why I strive to do so.
And sometimes I think I step out of line, but we went to this Richmond restaurant called Mellow Mushroom in Carytown, and it's one of our favorite pizza places. We go there pretty frequently, and they have a couple different spots around the Richmond metro area. But super good, just homemade crust and just very fine, high quality stuff. And I was there the one day, and this was right when I kind of like woke up from my mental haze that I had been in for such a long time. And I woke up and I saw this beautiful family, and I just had to say something like, "Hey man, you got a great family there." And I saw the wife look at him and him look at his wife, and he kind of just put his head down the whole meal. And I wondered then if they hadn't had like a talk, Do you remember that, Lily? Mm-hmm. I was wondering if like, and you can speak. You have that mic there, remember?
Do I hold it up?
Yeah, that's fine. Just watch the game just like you did for our mics.
I can't look at it and talk.
No, you don't have to. Just kind of make sure it's good and then talk.
It's picking up your voice.
Yeah,
so.
just talk.
Remember that one guy when we went there? Oh yeah, I forgot y'all.
That's good. That's good.
That one guy when we went there, and it was him and his wife and the 2 kids. And,
yeah.
The husband was texting someone like the whole time, and like was hiding his phone from his wife and everything.
Yep.
And but like he was hiding his phone the whole time, and they didn't like.
Yeah, that's the family that was sitting right next to us that I talked to.
Oh, so you feel like you kind of sparked the guilt?
That was the same one?
Yeah, at the Mellow Mushroom.
I don't remember you talking to them.
Yeah, I did. I went over and I like talked to them, and I think what happened is they had a fight maybe on the way there, and maybe having me like talk to them was like, oh boy, what do I do from here? Because here this guy is saying I have this awesome family, and they probably just had an argument about maybe him leaving. It looked bad. They were upset.
Yeah,
that's sad, man.
But it's
They were already upset because the kids were running around screaming the whole time, and like he was like hiding his phone from his wife and doing something on it the whole time. I don't know what, but like.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
The whole time it was on his phone.
Anyway, I don't know, man. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to like.
Nice face.
I was like, dude, I put some lotion on my face, and when you put lotion on it first, it's like your eyelids get sticky.
Yeah, it's like cracked almost. You open your eyes, you're
what?
Y'all put it on your eyes?
Underneath. You don't have bags yet under your eyes. You don't have to worry about it. Like, I'm getting old here. I'm not sleeping a whole lot.
Both my mom and Pappy have bags under their eyes.
Dude, yeah, I don't want that. So I put lotion on every day. I used to not to, but
Used to not to.
Sounds like a Pennsylvania thing.
You
used to not to.
Yeah. I forgot to tell you guys, my social studies teacher for Mass Comm, every couple years, the one that she's doing this round is in 2024, and they're going to Greece, I think, and she takes the Mass Comm students with her.
What's it called? When you get to go with and like chaperone. Dude, I gotta be a chaperone. How much fun would we have?
I know.
How much fun would we have to go over to Greece? Oh, and I guess I gotta learn
I don't know
Italian,
if they do chaperones.
Or Greek. I think it's kind of the same.
I can ask if they do chaperones.
Of course they do.
Well, because they had like a bunch of pictures.
Yeah.
And it was just the kids. I don't know if they kicked the parents out for the pictures, or like if they didn't go with. Because it's for me it would be junior year too.
Right.
And
so
she
you
brought
still have
mostly
some time.
seniors with, so it's probably.
Yeah. Hold on.
I was waiting to hear more about Greece.
Greece is the word.
Greece is the word. It's the word. Love that song.
Why? I feel like every time I bring that song up, people look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, it's the opening for the movie Grease.
I love it. I was in Greece.
I remember.
Weren't you in it?
Yeah, and actually, I already brought it up, but I don't know if the show that we released that I talked about it. I don't know when that's coming out, so I wanted to mention it now. But they are producing. Angela D'Angelo and her team up in Reading, Pennsylvania, are Not reproducing. They're going to do the show Grease, and I think they're producing Grease, and I think that they're actually going through what's it called? Auditions. Yeah, auditions right now. So It's cool because I was in Greece. So I actually think I might try and find the tape of me in Greece. All of us in Greece. Danny Gardner, Amelia Frank Vital.
That's a ballsy move, buddy.
I'll put it out there. I don't care. Dude, those were the best years of my life, man. Those were the best years of my life. I can't believe you're actually
opening up and doing that.
Yeah.
Because you hated that. You hid it from us.
Isn't that weird? Why do I do that?
Because you kind of were embarrassed at that time in your life for some reason.
I don't know why. It was like the best.
You were freaking awesome, dude. This song is funky.
I'm all thumbs, man. Look.
Paul, do your music again.
Yeah. Oh. The Scravane.
The Scravane.
All thumbs this time.
Hey, whoa, buddy. Whoa.
What?
Just thumbs for now. We don't need to use the other
Oh.
one. Yeah. Put them away. Crunch them up.
Should we turn it down?
Fingers crunch, thumbs up.
I think people liked it when we danced.
I like it when we dance.
Turning this puppy up. Dance with me, bro.
I'm laughing. I couldn't stop laughing, but here we go, guys. Here we go. This is a shoulder dance, dude. That's too much shoulder.
I went over the top.
Just dude. Take it down to like a 4. You were at like a 20, bro.
Where are you at? Where's your shoulders?
Your freaking shoulders were at the top of your head there, dude. How do you get your shoulders up so high?
Look at it.
Dude, you look like an orangutan. Yeah.
How dare you, sir?
Well, I'm just telling you.
Oh, ow, I got a cramp.
Speaking of that, though,
I got a cramp. It's not that easy doing that with your shoulders. Like,
no, dude, ow. That's the worst. Because you get stuck in this position. You got to do one of these, and you got to...
Look, we can make it a dance move.
Yeah, we're doing it. Dude.
I know.
Dude, these pillows, they take up so much space. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, yeah.
We throw away conventionality yesterday.
I love this song, dude. It's so good.
It warms my heart,
really
man.
does,
I'm like back in high school right now, dude.
It tells you, dude, like every person in the world is a badass in their own right, man.
Greece.
Everybody. What are you doing, bro?
Come on. Dancing to Greece, bro.
I know, but what'd you write on the board?
Nice, dude. All right, let's see.
Music takes over, man. I can't help it.
I love music, dude.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
We need MacBooks. We need MacBooks, and we're gonna produce.
We really do, man. Just wait, man. Just wait.
Folks don't know what they got in store.
No, they don't. They're not ready, man. You know.
We're getting there, man.
Everybody, we're like magicians, man. We're doing one thing over here. Your attention's over there, but we're doing something completely different over here.
They'll see.
But it all like it flows together. You know what I mean?
They'll see.
It's cool, man.
All right, let's see. Such a good song.
Jeez, my water got everywhere. What happened?
No.
Ah.
I'm not in the mood for...
No. Just more specifically, not this one. You know what song I really like? The Oogum Boogum song.
Oogum Boogum.
Oogum Boogum, yeah. That's a really good song. That one will get you pumped up.
All right. Oh, okay. I have to get this straightened out here. Pick up the pace a little.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find this message here that I Sorry, man.
Hi, Lily.
Hi.
Why is your hat like that?
I was showing you how all the guys at my school wear it earlier, and never fixed it.
But you're still doing it.
Is that better for you?
You were starting to look like a volunteer.
Oh, huh? Why? What?
Like you were purposely doing it?
No.
Oh, That's horrible. And you know what it does? It makes your head look huge.
Yeah, I know. Especially if you don't have the clear part right here, or like you can't see through. It just looks ridiculous.
All the kids at your high school are like, oh, "What's up?" Well, no, they don't say "What's up." They say "Sup, dude."
Okay, we started driving the kids to school,
necessarily.
and how different is it from when we were kids? It's just different.
Way different.
It's different.
Way different.
Yeah.
We were much more. It was like we were wacky, but we were like weirdly smart wacky.
I know, but maybe that's what it's like for them too. Like, we were nerds.
We were.
Oh, but now look, everybody's all into like Marvel comics.
Yeah, dude, come on.
I know.
You know what's funny, bro? So you remember when the very first Spider-Man that first round of Spider-Mans came out when Tobey Maguire was Spider-Man?
Yes.
It was funny. I saw a meme on Facebook the other day, and it was like old Spider-Man fans, they see the Alfred Molina version of Doc Ock from that series.
Yeah.
And we lost our minds. And the people that didn't see those because they weren't fans back then, they're like, we don't even know who you are. Like, why did everybody lose their minds when Alfred Molina came crawling out of the cracks?
Alfred Molina.
He's the one that played Dr. Octopus.
He was the best Dr. Octopus.
He's the only
Doc Ock.
He's the only Doc Ock, bro.
Yeah, I really felt it.
Love him.
I felt it. And they did really good in the video game too.
Ooh.
The one for PlayStation.
Yeah, man, the Spider-Man game. That game was freaking awesome.
I forgot to say it. This is for Angela D'Angelo. Like I said, they're doing a production of Grease.
Oh, cool.
It's in Reading, Pennsylvania, at the Reading Civic Theater, and it's going to be December 10th through the 12th. And you know, I've really come to love and understand music and theater and everything again, dude. And I just have a real appreciation for people that are willing to put a piece of themselves out there and do something that they love.
Yeah, man, because that's the ballsiest part about it, man. You
really
can have
hard.
all the talent in the world, but shyness will kill you if you never take that leap.
Yep. Yeah, I remember, man.
No matter how nervous you are, guys, if you ever want to do something, don't let fear of rejection stop you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah. Well, seriously, dude. Well, that's what stopped me from realizing how awesome I could be.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not like... No, I mean, we talked about it last time. We're doing good things down here. And, you know, once you accept that you're allowed to call yourself awesome, you start to realize that you can really do some things in your life, you know? And, like, I realized that I was, at work, I was kind of, like, trying to fit a mold for all these different people. I was trying to be somebody for everybody.
And that's not who we are, dude.
Yeah, well, and I realized the inner turmoil that it created because... That's impossible. You start acting. You start to become an actor. Like they say in the 4 Agreements. You know, we start acting and we start not being ourselves. And as soon as... And actually, a guy at work this one time, I had kind of said something that I really didn't know much about, and I probably should have kept my mouth shut anyway. But he said... I brought up something that is really in his ballpark. And I really... shouldn't have, but sometimes you feel compelled to act and to do things that you don't really necessarily know things about, and then, you know, you feel silly and stupid. And he kind of, like, called me afterwards and told me, like, hey, stay in your lane, and I took that a certain way. It kind of ticked me off, actually, because I was like, hey, I'm busting my ass here, too.
That sounds more smart-assy instead of saying, like, hey, dude.
He's a great guy, so I listened to him, and I let it stew for 3 days, and then I pulled him aside. I was like, I didn't like what you said to me. We're friends, and I'm going to tell you, I think that, you know, actually you hurt my feelings, you know? And you saw him just slump and realize that, hey, that's another person there. And he said to me, he's like, you're right, dude. I respect you, and I respect what you do, and, you know, I get it. And then I also acknowledged, like, I don't know why I spoke up. I said, sometimes I feel like I have to perform, but I don't do that anymore, dude. Do I?
No.
If I have something to say, I say it.
You say it within reason, too.
Yeah, and then we move on. It's the best tool. If there's anything that people can take from this podcast, take that. That you can have disagreements with people. You can even get heated.
Yeah.
But at the end, it should be like...
Whatever.
All right, let's go have fun again.
An opinion is an opinion, man.
Yeah.
That's why sometimes, you know, people used to tell me all the time, like, now I pick and choose my times when I want to talk about certain things because sometimes you just don't do it.
Yeah.
You know? But when I do speak about something, I usually try to make sure I'm within my... knowledge of what I'm talking about.
Right, and I kind of had to... Remember, I said something to you a couple of times, like, hey, man, if you don't know, just listen.
Yep.
And if you want to get involved in the conversation, change the subject. If they allow you into that conversation or bring you in and you don't know what they're talking about, try to tie something in. Use your improv because you're super good at it. Right. I noticed it when you did the thing with Grandma and Pop, how awesome you were. You know? Like, do that everywhere. You know?
Yeah. And I have. I've been implying that a lot, man. And I'm not a person that likes to admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But you're right.
That doesn't make you wrong.
No, but...
I mean, everybody's out there living all kinds of different lives, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, you're doing the right stuff down here, you know? You're being the person that I knew you could be.
Well, I can feel it, man, because of the energy I have, you know? I've never had this kind of energy.
Yeah. It's positive energy. It's just...
It really is, man.
It's just giving you the space to be who you naturally are.
I agree.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree.
It's fun, too.
And it's cool because you're doing the same thing I'm doing too. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Well, and it's created this waterfall of everybody saying, hey, if you can do it, I can do it. And then everybody kind of sees it, you know. So, dude, how fun is it driving the girls to school in the morning?
Dude, I just think it's dope that they wanted us, like, they literally asked if me and you specifically, could drive them to school in the morning.
Why is that, Lily? Why'd you want us to go? And be honest.
Y'all are just fun.
That's the only reason.
Come on. Get emotional if you have to.
Let it out. Cry. Come on, it would be great. It would be great for the show. Lily, cry.
Cue the waterworks.
Why? Because y'all are fun?
Yeah.
No, because,
what else?
Because it would be gold. Just pretend to cry.
Andy. Little.
What? Anyway. What a goon. Why don't you want to talk to us?
What, you didn't want to come in and talk to us?
Yeah, we're not fun. Boy, you can really dance.
Oh, you can really dance.
Oh, the Graven.
Somehow the Graven has
TikTok
so many
from,
different moves in its
2 years
repertoire.
ago.
What do you mean?
That song's from like 2 years ago.
The Graven?
No.
Oh, the dance. You can really dance thing. I don't care. I listen to songs from like 20 years ago. What does it make? It doesn't make a difference. And they're using songs from our generation and your new age TikTok stuff. So, I don't even think Laffy Taffy was even made when you were born.
Laffy Taffy.
That's a great song. I like it.
Oh,
it's
I
the
thought
sounds. You know what I mean?
I thought you were talking about the candy, bro.
No, the song.
I was down here trying to mess with the socials again. So.
Oh.
I don't know. I kind of like putting stuff out when we're live or when we're recording because it gives people kind of like a little preview, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Remember? I was going to buy a bird before you came down here and I decided not to. What happened? Let's get the real story with Reba, the bird. No, so the way I remember it, it was like this, like... Okay, let's do our perspectives.
We really have to do this?
Yeah. All right, it was, okay, different perspectives. I come home. It's raining his butt off. Like, and I just remember being drenched. And I picture, like, this movie scene of I come in, and I'm, like, dripping, and they're like, Reba's dead. And I'm like, oh, it was her time. And then I was like, well, what happened? And Mom's like...
Mom threw me right under the bus.
She did. Mom's like... Andy killed it.
Yeah.
There was no, like, easing me into this death or anything like that. No. Andy killed it. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. Chopped its head off with a samurai sword is what she told me. And I'm, like, crying. Dad's all pissed off, you know? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, dude.
And I always blamed you. So what happened?
I remember, dude, it's so bad.
Start from the beginning. What happened that day?
Oh,
What was
I don't remember.
Tell me how your day started.
I don't remember that.
You woke up early.
Dude, I don't even remember what I ate that day. I just remember I killed that bird. That's all I remember.
Why?
I don't know. Why is it the only thing I remember?
I mean,
or
do you
why
remember,
did I do
like,
it?
The thud of the bird? Like,
I remember chopping at it.
Oh, my God.
That bird didn't stand a chance, dude.
Dude, you were like 2 years old, though.
I know.
Yeah,
I remember. Dude, I remember running
I
over...
pictured it being an accident. You were actually like, gah, 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 ah! And it's like... Hold on, ready?
Why is this funny? This isn't funny. I killed a bird. I killed a poor, innocent, helpless bird.
And its last word was, Andy. No.
I killed a bird.
With a sword, bro.
Plastic.
It was a plastic sword, dude. Just like battered it. I accidentally starved a bird once.
Oh, now I know where Lily and Caroline got it from.
Well, I had the little like.
Yo!
They did kill the chickens.
Hey,
Kept telling
that
them.
was all of us.
Dude,
I know. I said that to be nice.
We thought Amelia was dead, dude.
I said it to be nice.
We didn't see her for like 3 days,
Yeah.
and there was no noise out front, and the gate was open. So I went out the other day, and your dad was doing something with the pool, and all I hear is her.
Andy was like, "Oh, she's alive!"
I was like, "Danny, she's alive!"
Resurrected. What did she?
There's some kind of frog magic underneath the deck.
Yeah, you just heard it under the deck, dude. That was her coming back to life.
Like, what?
That wasn't her little noise. That was her. That's why
I was like, dude, I haven't seen or heard from her in like 3 days. You're putting fruits and veggies in a bag. I'm like, what are you feeding? There's nothing out there.
It's gone, Danny.
Danny was like,
it's gone.
My money is on that Amelia's probably dead somewhere underneath the deck. I was like, I didn't have the samurai sword.
Hey, dude, I got a ring cam, bro. If I see you chasing that chicken around with the plastic samurai sword or any other blunt object, you're in big trouble, buddy. There's not many rules in this house, but one of them is don't kill my chickens.
I thought there were 2 rules in this house.
What are they?
Don't kill the chickens and no poop.
We're not touching poop.
No poop.
I gag, dude.
Yeah, so did I when I
And it's like Zelda goes out of her way to poop everywhere.
Yeah, including places I like to sit for some reason.
She's marking her territory, bro.
For real.
Dude,
Me or the couch.
What if she watches you? She probably does.
I don't know, dude. I tried to pet her the other day, and she just like batted at me, and then I was like, okay. Just totally trying to comfort you, but
Lily said somebody hissed at her at school. What does that mean?
Like he's like 70s Dracula.
No,
I want to suck your blood.
No, stop.
Hey.
Okay, no. So, listen.
Listen.
So he had his head laying down on a table, like not really facing anyone, like he was facing the wall. And he had his arm up, and the kid next to me, he like looked at the watch to see what time it was, because he had an Apple Watch on, the kid that hissed. And he didn't realize at first that like he was like looking at the watch or whatever. And he turned around once he did realize, and he like put his hands up like he had claws and everything and hissed at us. And then he held a pencil up like this, and he keeps doing this in class.
The never-ending story.
Listen.
There's no freaking way.
No, let her finish. Let her finish, bro. Look, she's upset. Go. No, for real. We're rude. Go.
So now I didn't even do anything. I was just sitting at the table. So now whenever he sees me or the other kid in school, he goes like this with the pencil.
Like what?
Like American
Like a stabbing sign?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. Like a stabby sign?
Yeah, but he can't keep a straight face half the time.
Oh, he's being funny?
Not when he was hissing, he wasn't.
No, there's no way somebody does.
Show me what he was doing with the pencil.
He was doing this.
Like, that's a stabby motion.
Yeah, but she said that he was being funny when he did that, but when he did the hiss,
when
which
he was
is
hissing,
this is not as funny as like
the whole
that
class
to me
started
is the funny
laughing
part.
too. The whole class started laughing too, and he just turned around and looked at everyone like he actually.
Well, that's
got
the
mad.
kind of stuff we do. I would hiss at somebody.
Please don't.
That's how we're picking you up from school tomorrow. Get away from me. I'm gonna knock shit over, dude. That's funny to me.
Kitty cat.
Not
Meow. Yeah.
real funny, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, thing is, he wasn't being serious about that. He was being dead serious about the hissing.
What is the statement? That's what I want to know. Why are you hissing at people? Are you trying to... You know what? Okay. Here's what I do. I go back. Let's rewind it. He's laughing now with the class, right?
Yeah.
He's
I think that was a setup, yeah. That's exactly what Zelda did to me. Oh, you want to have a hiss off?
Yeah.
That didn't sound right. That sounded weird, didn't it?
Ready?
That's how you hiss. The hissing masters. That's right. You want to catch us in a back alley?
I think we're goofballs. Sometimes, like, Mom goes, she'll tell us, like, don't do that.
Well, I need to clear up that back alley comment. Don't take that the weird way. I'm a cat. I just realized how weird that sounded. I was like, oh no.
You're allowed to mess up with
No one's ever going to trust me again.
No, well, you know what's funny?
What?
You say something like that, and that's what this show's about. You say what you want, and then you're allowed to go back and say, oops.
Yeah. It's like we're writing a paper that we can go back and redraft.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm kind of
well, and when you put stuff on YouTube, you know, you have this... People have this ability to edit now and to make you a person that you may not seem that you are. And
right.
There's real power in that, and that's why
well,
I try to be responsible with my
absolutely.
YouTube. Like, as far as, like, giving the truth, right? Because when you give the truth about something, then, like, it's received differently, you know? And if you just go to somebody and say, you can say to someone like, hey, I didn't appreciate that you know that I don't like you cursing and you cursed anyway. Like, that's okay to have that conversation. And you should be able to take that criticism and say, hey, you're right. I didn't consider you. And I'll make sure that if that upsets you, I don't do it. We can say that. That's okay. Yeah. You know, but some people take it to the extreme.
Yeah, I was going to say, not everybody's going to take it as a...
Oh, you know that you're not supposed to call me this if I say this? Okay, I'm sorry. Nope, you're doxxed.
Yep.
It's over. Come on, man.
I agree.
Have a little compassion and understand that we are people that are allowed to make mistakes, and we're also people that when we learn from our mistakes can change our minds. But if you don't let me make my mistakes and learn from them, I'll never change my mind. Because now I'm worried that you are making me seem a certain way because of one statement.
Right. I see what you're saying.
It's a frustrating world, man.
It really is, man.
But that's why we go out, and I especially like it when people are not having a good day. That's when I really get into my prime, and I can go to that person and say, hey, what's going on with your day? I'm all right. Let's talk to you.
Right. It's kind of like you're kind of lending them a piece of your energy, you know? And it's pretty shocking. You know, so many people spend time thinking that that every single person is unapproachable.
Yeah.
And that's not the case at all.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that, in my mind, when I saw them, thought they would be unapproachable.
Yeah.
And go up to them, and they're some of the nicest people I've ever met.
Yep.
They have that
even
look
tattoos
on
or, you know.
Absolutely,
maybe,
man.
And I'm sorry. One of the funniest things that people say to me is like, I'm not a racist, you know. And it's like, well, how do you define a racist? What is a racist? And I'm like, I think that we all have some preconceived notions about people. I'm sorry. I think it's ingrained in us by our parents and by society.
Absolutely.
And it's our job as responsible humans to get past that stuff.
Yeah, if you
it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter where you grew up. It's a human and a human. And they're both capable of amazing freaking things. But because this human sees himself up here and sees this human down here, they bark at him. And no, you don't get to come up here, you know? And it does. I'm not even saying race or nothing like that. So get that all out of your head. Just picture a group down here of no color whatsoever and a group up here. Or do hierarchy in the hierarchy of supremacy, right? Because we are aggressive creatures.
Yeah.
You're not going to let this person down here come up. You're not. Because you lose power and money and all that crap. So it's like we need to just start remembering that those folks down there are people too, just like you. They sit at a dinner table every night. They talk to their kids, and know that it's harder for some of those people down there.
Mm-hmm.
It's harder because they have to work more hours. You know, they lose their license. They can't get back into the the suspensions just pile on top of themselves, and it's just like it gets frustrating, you know, to see some people down there struggling, and then others just like taking advantage of all this power and money and saying we're not going to share it. And that's why I appreciate that there's celebrities out there that are, you know, philanthropic, and some of them are really awesome because
yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah. Why do you think like they get later in the years and they really start to see that you gotta help everybody? And maybe it's just because they've been so blessed, you know?
Honestly, man, I don't even think it's that, man. I think it's some of them, the way they grew up and the environment they were around and what they've seen, what they've been through. I think experience is what dictates that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I honestly think that, you know, that does play a huge role. I mean, there are those, you know, there are a lot of people that have had the silver plate in front of them and are still very humble people, you know?
They are.
So
you're
that
right.
all, that's
you're
a
right.
big...
And I guess that's part of we started this conversation off talking about preconceived notions, and I have this picture in my head, you know, of a person with a lot of money.
Right.
And you're right. You know,
so that tells me that maybe their parents came from a tough upbringing, and they, you know, they taught their child values instead of, you know, spoiling them.
The money.
Right.
Well, we talk about money all the time and how unimportant it is. You know, we've had talks about that and how you can't let that be your life.
We had a frivolous childhood.
Yeah.
Very. Yeah. Mom didn't spare any expenses.
Yeah.
And that was also a blessing and a curse, you know?
Yeah.
Because we look back at it now and we're like, I mean, we had fun, but did we learn anything?
Yeah, I know. Well, Mom was always like worried about what was next. I mean, she really was on her own. Mm-hmm. I try to look at it from Mom's perspective.
See, and here's a perfect definition of or example of what you're saying. You and I both had the same upbringing. However, you and I both went in completely different directions.
Yeah, well, I think that you lost your self-confidence somewhere along the line. And when you lost that, it was despair. And then you probably saw me in the Marine Corps. And, you know, I that's one thing that does happen in our family. We take one child and we compare that child to the other one. That's bad. Mm-hmm. That's really bad and toxic.
There were times I noticed that I was compared to you, and I'm like, but...
And I don't think I let them do that to you, though.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I called people out on that.
And,
like, hey, that's not...
I don't think that was their... I don't necessarily think it was their intention to make it that way.
Right.
But I'm like, I read into things.
Yeah.
I don't just hear a statement. I hear the message hidden behind it. Yeah. You know?
And I never liked that. And we should not ever compare ourselves to another person because then you can never love yourself, right?
Well, that was one of the problems. And Dad is going to hear something that, you know, I've struggled with for years.
Yeah.
In Reading, you know, Dad is very well known.
Yeah.
So everywhere I went, it was, oh, you're Barry Villardo's son and blah, 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 blah. You know, I was never given the chance of, like, being myself. Like, because I'm funny like Dad, don't get me wrong. But me and Dad do still have a different type of humor.
Yeah.
So I always felt like they were expecting, when they met me, they were expecting Dad.
Yeah. Well, that's another pedestal.
And those are big shoes to fill because he's a valued member of that community, bro. It is what it is.
He is. Well, and he's a celebrity there, you know.
He really is, man.
He's so entertaining and silly.
He sure is, bro. He absolutely is, and I cannot wait to have him on the show.
I know. He's finally warming up to it because I think he's seen a couple of shows and he's understanding this is fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be
There's
fun.
No
it's
BS
not
here.
Some weird, like, setup or, you know. But he's a speculative person.
We're not coming in here reciting Bible verses. Not that that's a bad thing.
Yeah. Oh,
but you know how people get weird about that kind of stuff.
Well, and we had somebody from... So one of the businesses that we're working with the other businesses, Lot W, and I got permission. Daniel said that I could talk about it.
Cool.
And they're this really awesome studio startup down in Petersburg, and I really like their vibe. And our other personal venture, our other business is working.
Oh, I know. I love Daniel, dude. He was cool.
Yeah, and he said something to you because we started kind of talking about God, and he didn't curse because you always say it with a curse, but that's in your head. All he said was
emphasis he put.
I know
on
it was a real emphasis. He's like, and what did he say without the bad word that you put in your head?
Well, it was funny because I wasn't even involved in the conversation. I was talking to Lily, and I overheard what he said when she was talking to me, and I like turned my head and I was like, "What did you say?" And he literally said, he was like, it's church. You don't have to be weird about it.
Yeah.
I believe in God. And
sometimes all it needs is that it was a perspective shift. Like,
I interrupted you guys and I was like, excuse me, but I was like, that was one of the dopest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That actually made sense to me.
Yeah. And that's the true job of anybody that knows God.
Sometimes less is more, man. He didn't say much, but that one little phrase, I was like,
don't have to be weird about it.
You don't have to be weird about it.
And it's cool because he came at you with God in a different direction.
It was almost like he directed that at me because he like read my personality.
Well, and it's funny, you heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't even involved in the conversation.
Well, and you know my views on God. I mean, it's again, it doesn't have to be weird. It's just this pull towards something better. And I'm going to start sharing some of this stuff with people because they need to hear it. Find that thing. Dude, with the podcast, it's really just the hobby, but, we hope that this is going to be something big someday, And I felt that was my higher calling, was to spread messages like this. So we're going to start doing that from time to time.
Absolutely, man.
So when I realized that, like, I was healing from many years of alcoholism, and I realized that you don't get to just stop drinking and say, I'm sober. Mm-hmm. You have all this work of building relationships back before you even get to say that. Yep. And it took me 2 years and 2 tries at stopping drinking. Actually, and now it makes me sick to even, look at it because I realized the poison that was being put into my mind and my body because of alcohol. Because you get into this, the cycle. You drink, you have fun, you wake up, the fun's over, you're freaking crashed.
Yep.
You don't get nothing done, so you drink more, and you just like, dude.
It's a vicious cycle, dude.
It's horrible. It's a vicious cycle.
Well, it's more vicious for people that, can't handle it.
Yeah.
Everybody's different, and
well,
you see
and
how I am, dude. I don't drink. Well, I should say I didn't drink unless I was in a social setting.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't just go home by myself and start drinking.
You know why? All those people around you expect you to act a certain way. Mm-hmm. So again, going back to the 4 agreements, when you when people expect you to act that way, that's how you're going to act. Instead of just going in there and saying, "Hey, this is who I am," and people would be like, "What?" Because you're afraid to make that breakthrough, right? And just say, "This is me now," and you can take it or leave it, and I don't really care.
And that's, dude. And that was like, because I posted something on Facebook earlier, leaving that message, like, don't water yourself down for other people. Like, be you.
Yeah.
Be all of you, dude.
Well, and that's like when I said the bad word in that one episode.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that because we were surprised. Lily actually got the moment. So I want to like show people that.
We really should show them.
Don't hang up.
Tears coming out of my
Bugsy, it's me. Papa Giorgio. I was there the night with the chef's hat. The fucking chef's hat! Oh! You remember the night? You went into the... I looked at Crystal, and she knows that I have a bigger kind of mission and vision, and I didn't want any curse words on the show. And she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I had to stop what I was doing and think through what had happened. And I said, you know what? This is okay.
That was the real you.
I curse. It happens.
We're human, bro.
Like, dude, yeah.
Honestly, and all words, any word, if somebody says that a word is a bad word and everybody agrees with it, guess what?
It's a bad
word.
Yeah.
But it's still just a word nonetheless.
I know. Well, I'm still going to...
You know what I mean?
But
for the respect of others, that's why we...
So from time to time...
Right.
People are going to hear curse words on the show.
Yeah,
but we're not going to
man.
make a show of it, and, I'll try to make sure that if that happens, that I put something on YouTube.
Well, when it's me and you are the same way, when we're passionate about something, man, we don't care.
Yeah.
The words just flow out. We don't think about it. It's not like, three or four F words in one sentence, but it's kind of like it's kind of like that breakdown scene of any Chevy Chase movie.
Yes.
Where it's all fun and games until he starts saying the F word.
Yes.
And they're great, but they're so well placed.
Well, and it's so funny because we didn't like. It wasn't until I was older that I started watching those movies and going, "Wow,
he was twisted."
Yeah, dude,
he was
Chevy
twisted.
Chevy Twist. Chevy Chase is hilarious, dude.
Dude, I freaking love.
What's your favorite Chevy Chase movie?
Probably Christmas Vacation.
Three Amigos.
Really?
Yeah. I think that movie is hilarious.
What's your number 2?
I guess that would have to be. Man, this is hard. I only ever thought about my number 1. Okay, Christmas Vacation, and then Vegas Vacation, and then.
Oh yeah.
But there's so many, dude. Dude, me and Crystal still make that joke anytime like somebody brings water into the house and like drops it on the floor, and she goes, "Why's the floor all wet, Todd?" And I'm like, "I don't know, Margot."
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
love it.
We're always shouting out like movie stuff around the house, dude.
I know.
We're hilarious.
It's ridiculous. It's dude, I've gotten so much better at it now that I'm down here with you guys because we do it all day.
Yeah.
We need help.
Yeah.
You can Lily, how often are we laughing around here?
All the time. You'll come and walk down the hallway.
By myself.
I know, because it's a good look. We're having
I was scrolling as I'm walking through the dark hallway, but I was like, "Ooh, why didn't I turn the light on?" I'm like, "Oh well, I got TikTok." So,
hey, let's get some air, bro.
You want some air?
Yeah, we're gonna take a little break.